you've gone and got yourself an iPhone 12 Pro. You now have Dolby Vision, HDR video up to 60 frames a second in your pocket. Do you even need a GoPro anymore? I mean, besides the whole going in water, going surfing, maybe mounting to your motorcycle helmet, if you're just going out to film something, should you reach for your GoPro or should you just pull your phone out of your pocket? With the release of the iPhone 12 Pro, a lot of you have asked me that question, and it's getting harder and harder to answer, but today we are gonna compare these two: video quality, audio quality, stabilization, and then we're also gonna talk about some things just to keep in mind between the two form factors: how you film with an iPhone, how you film with a GoPro, and hopefully this will help you decide. If you got an iPhone 12 Pro, do you even need a GoPro Hero 9 Black? If this video helps you make that decision, and if you just like this video, hit that like button. That helps me out a ton. And kick back for a minute and let me tell you about today's sponsor, SnapMounts. That's right, SnapMounts, the magnetic GoPro attachment system that I called my favorite new accessory of 2020. I put out that video, you guys all went and blew up their site so much that they reached out and they said, we'd like to sponsor some videos in your channel. Your audience seems to like our thing. So a massive thank you to SnapMounts for sponsoring today's video, and a massive thank you to you guys. I'm pumped that you guys have gotten this thing. I keep hearing tons of comments about how stoked you guys are on it. The system that I picked up is now called their Pro Bundle, right? So it has the main attachment magnetic base, and put it onto something like this, the accessory mount. I keep this on my PGY Tech grip. That way I can just grab my snap mount, boom, and I'm in selfie pole mode that quickly. Then in the Pro kit, it also comes with another one of these accessory mounts. I keep this in the suction mount on my van, but I can just kind of walk around like this in vlog mode, get over to the car, pop this off. This is already sitting up on my van, and I just slap it in, and boom, I've got that driving shot. I do hyperlapses as we kind of go from point A to point B. Those are really, really great. Then when I'm ready to go, I just grab it off of that, grab this guy, snap it back on, and boom, I'm back out walking around talking to my GoPro. But because it is so genius and clever, they are running a little bit low on stock. So head over there. I think the Pro kit is back ordered right now, but I think it ships next week or the week after. If you're looking to either give this to somebody for the holidays or you want to receive this for the holidays, put your order in now, because clever products go fast. For our comparison today though, we will not be using the snap mount system because we're gonna be comparing a GoPro to my iPhone. So for today's setup, we'll use this little rig. I'm gonna put my phone back in its case. Phone will go on this side like here, and GoPro on this side. Okay, so we are gonna be comparing these two cameras today, and we're gonna be comparing them, yes, in quality, so video quality, audio quality, stabilization, but we're also gonna be talking about form factor, the different ways in which you can use these cameras, how easy they are to vlog on, for instance, how easy or quick they are to just hit and start filming, and lots of other things to consider. They are two very different cameras, and again, while the GoPro is obviously designed more for action sports, lots of people just use the GoPro to go out and film. That's kind of what GoPro has really been pushing for. More and more people is, hey, just use a GoPro for everything. It's a great camera. But of course, it's also what Apple is pitching with their iPhones is, use our phone for everything. It's a great camera. And while both these cameras can do all sorts of different modes and angles and all sorts of things like that, we're gonna keep it super simple. The GoPro will be in 5K at 24 frames a second, GoPro color, everything else standard. We'll do sharpness at medium, so it has some sharpness, but it's not too crazy crispy. Over on the iPhone, we'll be at 4K, 24 frames a second, just in the camera mode. So hit camera on your iPhone, hit record in video, and that's the mode we're gonna be in. So both very just out of the box. If you were to buy a GoPro or you were to buy this iPhone, you pop them out, you hit record, this is what they look like. And then I'll go through a few different frame rates, things like that. We'll test a few different things. I'm gonna go shoot down to the beach because the motion of the waves and the water is a really good test of a camera, of the bit rate, of the ability to see the different motion, especially in slow-mo. Waves, water at all in slow-mo, really difficult for a camera. So I'm gonna go out and put them to the test. I'll be right back. Wait here. Okay, next day, and I am entirely surprised at the results. What I thought was gonna happen here, what I figured was gonna happen was we were gonna come back here and say the iPhone shoots way better video, it's a better camera all around, but the GoPro is this durable action style camera, so you reach for this in those instances, and in all other instances you would reach for the iPhone. I did not get those results. One, the iPhone has the new Smart HDR with the Dolby Vision, which is great, but if you bring it into Premiere Pro into a non-HDR timeline, you lose a lot of that HDR-ness or information, and it actually looks kind of washed out and pretty terrible. So I would actually say that if I'm gonna go out and film with my iPhone in videos, I'll probably turn the HDR off. I won't actually use the HDR because I can't use it anywhere but watching it back on my own iPhone, which can view HDR videos. This can't view HDR video. I can't edit an HDR video through Premiere Pro in this timeline, or I don't edit HDR videos. So when I'm looking at it in here, I actually like a lot of the GoPro footage more. And in some instances, the iPhone jumps to that HDR when I kind of wouldn't want it to jump to HDR, right? So Morgan and Eleanor were walking up the sand over the little hill here to the beach, and the iPhone went super HDR on it. The GoPro filmed how it normally films, and the girls were kind of silhouetted, which looks like how it actually looked while we were there. And then even down on the beach, the iPhone did such a good job of exposing for the girls' faces that it kind of pushed the sand and the sky, kind of lost a lot of the color and the saturation of the sunset in it, while the GoPro did a pretty good job of balancing both. The girls are a little shadowed, but I'm actually pretty shocked at how much I like the GoPro footage over the iPhone footage. I feel like there might need to be a part 2 of this video though, so that I can go out with the iPhone in non-HDR mode, shoot the iPhone versus the GoPro without that crazy HDR filter on, and see what that looks like maybe. Let me know if you guys care to see that. But I would say all around, as video cameras, the GoPro has much better video stabilization. This is a walking stability test. How's the GoPro doing versus how the iPhone's stability in recent times has gotten better and better. I've been super impressed by it. But what if we run? You think we should run? Let's go. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm trying to keep it as stable as possible. Oh my goodness. Ah, you're crazy. The iPhone picks up audio much better than the GoPro. The GoPro does a decent job, but when the waves are in the background and all that crashing, the iPhone does an awesome job of actually isolating my voice or focusing more on my voice, where the GoPro, you can hear the waves crashing in the background. It's a little distracting, something you just have to fix in post. Here's a great chance for an audio test as well. Again, by the ocean, it's always such a hard test because there's that background noise, that of the ocean kind of constantly coming in. How does the audio sound on the iPhone? And how does the audio sound on the GoPro Hero 9 Black? One more time, an audio test for both cameras, How much is each camera actually picking up on just my voice, and how much is it actually canceling out the background? Oh, there's a seagull going by, it looks so cool. Oh man, I wish I was in slow-mo for that. But I also want you guys to be the judge of this. So at the end of this video, I'm gonna put a bunch of the side-by-side so you guys can just watch through them. Comment below, let me know what you think, but there's more to think about with this whole debate here. The thing is that the form factor of these two cameras is very different. The GoPro is a camera, while the iPhone does a lot of other things. So that means over here on the GoPro, you have a removable battery or swappable battery, and you have a swappable SD card. So if I run out of space filming with my GoPro, I just put a new SD card in and keep going. If I run out of battery, swap out the batteries, keep on going. With the iPhone, if I fill up the internal storage, I'm kind of screwed. I've got to offload that before I can keep filming. And if I kill the battery, I either have to plug in a power bank and then walk around trying to film with a power bank dangling, or I have to charge it up and wait for that whole process. The iPhone though does have a massive screen on it. So while I'm filming with the iPhone, I do have this awesome screen, except if I flip it around to do like a selfie, but with the good camera, then I can't see myself at all, while the GoPro obviously has that front screen and decently large rear screen. Nothing like using an iPhone. When you're filming with an iPhone, it looks really good. The GoPro's pretty good rear screen. Again though, if you're gonna go vlogging and you're gonna use your iPhone, you kind of almost have to use that front screen to be able to frame yourself properly, and the camera on the front screen isn't as good as the camera on the back screen, so you want to use the back screen, but then you can't see yourself, or you flip to the front screen, you sacrifice quality, but you can see yourself and frame your image. Other things to consider, the GoPro can mount a ton of different ways, a ton of different places, while the iPhone is also a computer. So on here, I can shoot video, I can take photos, and I can immediately edit and post them to the internet all from my phone. I know a lot of people that actually do that. They go out and they film cool videos, they edit them on the phone and straight to social media without ever touching a computer. Then lastly, the GoPro, while super durable, if I was to drop and break it, $400 camera. Whereas the iPhone, if I was to drop and break it, $1,200 phone. So the risks are a little different. If I was out somewhere and I actually busted my iPhone and then couldn't have my iPhone for the rest of the day or maybe the rest of a trip, I'd be pretty bummed. If I was to break my GoPro and not be able to have my GoPro for the rest of the day or the rest of the trip, it would be a bummer because I wouldn't be able to film, but I would still have my phone to do all the phone things that I need to do. So with all that said, for all of you who have asked, now that you have an iPhone 12 Pro, will you ever even grab your GoPro to go film? For me, yeah, definitely. These two cameras, or camera and phone camera thing, are two really different tools. This, I feel like, is much more of a traditional camera. I use it much more like a traditional camera, where this I kind of use more for snap videos or quicker videos or selfie videos. I still really enjoy the iPhone video feel. I really like being able to use this, and I'm stoked that it's such good quality, but if I'm gonna go out and film something, mainly I'm gonna be reaching for this for video and this for photo. But as I use the iPhone 12 Pro more, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll let you know if anything changes from my perspective. You guys watch this side-by-side footage. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Do you like the iPhone footage better than the GoPro, or do you like the GoPro footage better than the iPhone? And what do you think of the different form factors, using a GoPro for filming or using an iPhone for filming? They're pretty different devices. All right, that's all I have today. This was a tough comparison. Again, kind of like comparing apples and oranges, except that one of the oranges is also a supercomputer in your pocket. Apples and supercomputer orange. I'll see you guys soon.